So I want to talk about something that I found on probably Facebook. This was a couple of weeks ago at this point now, and it's only progressed further at this point, so I'm a little behind the ball here, but anyways, what it is this. It says, Senate Bill 397, Connecticut State Democrats protecting you from ICE, passes Senate. Despite today's DOJ notice, which was, who knows when this was, a few weeks ago, Connecticut Democrats advanced bill limiting ICE activity. Like, this kind of stuff just pisses me off. First off, you know who has to worry about ICE? It's people who don't belong here, okay? You are immediately a criminal because you came into the country without doing things the right way at all. Like, even if you're not a criminal, like meaning you didn't do anything in your home country, you are now by default coming into this country the wrong way, if you will. And so ICE's job, just like in any other country, whatever their version of ICE is called, is to find you, round you up, and deport you. It was never a problem before under any other president. Obama. They loved it under Obama. Tom Homan got some kind of award for it, being the head of ICE. Now all of a sudden Tom Homan's a huge racist and all this nonsense just because Trump is doing it, and the narrative is to hate Trump. But the point is, protecting you from ICE. You're not protecting regular citizens. You're not protecting me, somebody who's generationally not only born and raised in the States, but in Connecticut specifically, and future generations. My daughter, now she'll maybe grow up and stay in this state as well. Like, you're not protecting us at all because ICE didn't affect us in the first place. I was never worried about ICE. You know what I was actually looking forward to? Was seeing ICE in my area more often. Or just more. I haven't seen them at all. It'd be nice to see them and know that they're around and cleaning things up. Not like where I live is real bad, but, there are some areas that are a little sketchy near where I live. And then there's obviously the big areas that are really sketchy like Hartford and Bridgeport or somewhere. I don't know. I live on the east side. I'm in the east side. I don't know so much about the west side of the state, but, I know Hartford's pretty bad. And then, like, those southern towns are pretty bad. Like, yeah, get ICE in here, clean them up, and maybe also getting these illegals out of here will help reduce the crime, and these places that have a reputation of being bad won't be so bad anymore. Oh, wow, that sounds horrible. It's just ridiculous that you have some idiot like Ned Lamont who's going to go and push this, and obviously the senators did, and push it through, though, some kind of stupid bill like this, to defend criminals and people who don't belong here, and prioritize them over regular American citizens. These people aren't paying taxes. They can't, because you can't legally get a job. So you're going to prioritize that for some reason over a regular citizen who goes to work every day, possibly works 2 jobs, possibly works 3 jobs, paying a lot into the tax system, day in and day out, this country, this state is all they knew. You're going to prioritize the idiot from Guatemala that just walked over the border and ended up finding his way up here to Connecticut over that? It's so annoying, and I get it. They do it because that's the only way they can get votes. Because regular American citizens see how Democrats just suck. Their policies are terrible. Everything that they touch turns to shit. Like, they are anti-America, America last, whatever you want to say. Any kind of bad connotations you can come up with, that perfectly describes a Democrat. So they need these illegals because then the illegals will somehow be able to vote. That's another thing that needs to end. Why can they vote? You can just come into this country and vote in our elections? How does that make sense? But still, they'll go and vote now for the guy that allowed them to be here. Oh, Ned, he allowed me to be here. I'm going to vote for him. Because if you just had the regular citizens, we ain't voting for Ned. Ned sucks. We know Ned sucks. He does nothing for us. Our gas is starting to get real sky high. It's almost pushing $5 now. Granted, I know this is a whole national thing. It's not like it's a Connecticut thing. But, I'm sure the gas tax is sky high. Do we lower that? No, why would we do that? Or the situation with our energy. Gas and electric all through Eversource. That's always ridiculous. We hate the public benefits surcharge. Everyone complains about that on social media and in person. But does dickbag Lamont do anything about it? Nope. So normal, regular citizens would never vote for him because we know he's a failure who does nothing for us / our state. So he has to make sure he does stupid stuff for people that don't belong here because that's the only way that he potentially can hold his power is by allowing illegals to congregate in these big cities, and then when it's time to vote, hope that they go out and, oh yeah, you allowed me to stay here and I don't have to work, you just take care of me, and I have great insurance, and I have a house and all this, yeah. Something obviously on a federal level, needs to be done about this. It's kind of difficult because how do you do it without being overly tyrannical? You know, like how do you basically override governors on their nonsense? It's very challenging. You know, states do have their own autonomy outside of the federal level, so, but, you know, something. I mean, I guess the only thing is people need to vote, but how people need to just get out and vote. A bunch of regular people like me need to go out and vote for the right candidate instead of these dumb candidates so all this can get cleaned up. The only saving grace, I guess you can say, that, I don't want to say makes this okay, but makes it so it's almost like a joke, is at the end of the day, ICE is federal. Like, you can try to put your stupid restrictions all you want, but that's going to override your state nonsense. You can have the most strictest rules against ICE that you want, but it's only on paper. In practice, ICE is still coming in, and they're still going to do their job. I mean, it's a federal agency. Like, that's almost like trying to tell the FBI that it can't come in and do investigations because, oh, we have local police. Well, FBI is federal, so, I mean, it's in the name, Federal Bureau of Investigation. So, okay, cool, you got local police, but we override. So that's the only thing. Like, sure, Lamont, you dickbag, you can pretend that you're doing something for your illegal constituents, but you're not. But still, like, I don't understand why anybody would get into public office and want to represent people that just, relatively speaking, don't matter. And illegal does not matter. You're not a citizen of this country. You have no roots in this country. You have no family in this country. You came over the border a week ago, and now you're just hanging out, and, like, we're supposed to prioritize you? No. Like, it's so dumb and backwards and frustrating. Like, I want to get into politics someday, but I want to do it for the betterment of everybody like me. I want to get into office and make positive changes so that regular everyday people like me and what I dealt with growing up and everything, like, I have that history and my family roots and everything, and I can expand on that and make things better for the future generations and even for the current generations. For myself and other people my age while I'm in office, I can make things better for us. I don't care about some illegal. And that's how every politician should feel. Don't worry about illegals. That's not, you're not here to represent, you know, the United States of the world. You're here to represent the United States of America and people who are from here. Not some dickhead who just came over the border from such and such country. You want to represent those people? Go to that country. Become a representative in X, Y, and Z country. I mean, at the end of the day, anyways, this country was largely built on European settlers, okay? So that's what the focus and priority should be. That's basically what our country is European white people. I know, nowadays that's, oh, it's so racist, but it's fucking true, okay? A lot of people came over from England and other European countries, okay? And to recognize a truth, you know, basically, what was it back in the day? It was white people that came over to this country trying to escape the tyranny of King George and create their own place. That would be better. And they wanted to have religious freedom. You know, the Puritans and the Pilgrims and the, wasn't there another one I'm forgetting? But, you know, and then that's what the states originally were too. Each one had their own different thoughts on things. You know, the Massachusetts had the Pilgrims and Rhode Island had the, I'm drawing a blank right now while I'm trying to freestyle this, but, you know, they had their own sector and everybody had their own thing, but it was to be able to have all those freedoms. You know, it wasn't like, oh yeah, there was people from Guatemala that came over here and people from Spain that came over from here and this country and that country. No, that happened after. And if anything, those people were over here just to be like workers. They weren't here to just mooch off the system. Hey, I did nothing to contribute to this. Oh yeah, I should be able to reap all the benefits, right? Yeah. No, I wouldn't go to some other country and expect them to take care of me. If I went to another country, I'd expect to know the language and get a job and be sustainable on my own. I wouldn't expect to just go to, I don't know, let's say France and not know a word of French and be like, hey, you're going to take care of me, right? I'm going to be able to get a free ride. I don't know English. I'm not going to find a job. Like, I'm nothing to your country. I've never been here before. I've been here for 5 minutes, but I expect you to take care of me. No. And that's how it should be for everyone else that wants to come here. Sure, you can come here. Cool. But do it the right way. Know the language. Plan on getting a job. Like, be a contributing member of society. And don't just work here and send all your money back home and then leave in 10 years. And now you're living large in your shithole country that you came from to make a profit for while you were here. Anyhow, it looks like my time's already up somehow. So, yeah, thanks for listening to this rant. And until next time, have a great day.